Again, my name is Ayana Watkins. I am a junior at Bishop Brothers High School and a 10-year member of Girl Scouts of America, Troop 54. This Education Matters and Black Lives Symposium represents my dedicated commitment to community service as well as my Girl Scouts participation. I am grateful that you agree with me that education matters in our lives, and have chosen to spend this time learning information that is critical for our present time and our future endeavors. So, Ms. Shoshana Jones. Ms. Jones is a spoken word poet whose works focus on self-empowerment and social issues. Please join me in welcoming Ms. Shoshana Jones.
I am a winner. Let's get it started. Walking on water, seas are parted. I am a winner. Don't get it twisted. Every single day I am uplifted. I am a winner. All praise is due. Greatness is reflected when I look at you. I am a winner. Seen it in the mirror. An amazing destiny couldn't be clearer. I'm a winner. So ready, so free. No need for confusion when you're down with me. I'm a winner. Shedding away the fear. Gotta keep my head held high when standing up here. I am a winner. Far from a joke. Since day one, been gifted in this cloak. I am a winner, a lover, a goddess, my own mystery. Loving, discovering what's capable in me. Can't entertain any type of doubt. Being the best is what this creation is all about. Can't entertain anything of a mediocre reign. Can't even be bothered by the facade of pain. Realizing it's the best destruction to keep one messed up, so I push through it as I re-up. Fueled by a colossal beast of energy, a synergy so powerful and deep, I reap what I sow. The dead are reborn, didn't you know? An army of spirits surround loyally. Soldiers dedicated to the greatest possible life, for I am royalty. I chose to wear the crown. I picked out every single jewel. Intelligence, integrity, compassion, love, and happiness glisten as I rule. Can't accept anything less than devotion from an average fool. As I raise my scepter, my weapon, my endless light, dripping in ink, my tool to fight. I am a winner. It's my affirmative decree, and it will be honored ferociously.
Now I would like to introduce my Girl Scout troop leader, Dr. Suzanne Linden. She is a biology professor at California State University, Sacramento. She earned a bachelor's degree in biology and a PhD in microbiology. She has been my leader for 10 years.
As Ayana mentioned to you, I am both her troop leader, but I am also a professor at Sacramento State University as a microbiology professor. And I also teach freshman seminar class, and I do academic advising for the university. And one of the things I talk with my freshmen about is, what is it that you value? We talk about that, because I think it's important for college freshmen to really understand what they value, not something that somebody else has valued and pushed upon them, but what do they value? And what we decide is that what we value is what moves our feet. And you guys are here. Your feet have moved you here, and it's clear that this is something you value. It's very exciting. Something that I value is higher education and Girl Scouts, and so here in 5 minutes I get to wear both hats. It's very exciting for me. Girl Scouts is more than just cookies. Cookies go on sale, by the way, next week. But I encourage you, if you see older girls selling those cookies, the little girls are stinking cute, it's hard to pass them by, but it's the older girls. It's the girls who've been at this for 10 years, up against peer pressure to talk about Girl Scouts in high school. Those are the girls you want to be buying those cookies from, along with the little ones. It really, Girl Scout is about leadership, and that's what we're seeing here. It's about making girls grow strong, and most of all, it's about making the world a better place.
Next we have a panel of adult educators. Mr. Michael Lynch. Mr. Lynch received his bachelor's degree in business management from Humboldt State University and his master's degree in public policy from Sacramento State. Please welcome Mr. Michael Lynch.
So the achievement gap is very real. And in Kappa, we spend a lot of time talking about what are we going to do to solve the achievement gap. It's really been kind of maybe a greater move over the past decade or so of really trying to take steps. But the research is really clear on what to do if you want to get students right to perform on the same levels. And it's 2 simple answers. I spent about 6 months writing my thesis kind of just on this issue. It's longer school days and longer school years. And of course, that time has to be built in the sense of, right, with solid curriculum, solid programming. But the fact is, if we want to make a step towards closing the achievement gap, I mean, it's a really simple answer. I'm going to say it again. Longer school days, longer school years. And when students hear that, they hate that. I don't want to go to school for longer. Who wants to go to school for longer? But I mean, the fact is, we want to be able to close a lot of the distance down in the sense of performance, from African American to Latinos, who are often on the bottom, to whites and Asians. The solution is really clear. But that solution often encounters, there's a lot of political obstacles, so capital's also about politics, right? Right, so there's funding mechanisms, there's union contracts, there's a lot of different issues, and because you have such entrenched populations who have been doing stuff for a certain way for so long, people often don't want to move. But
Mr. Sean King. Mr. Sean King is a community activist who was born and raised in Bakersfield, California. He is a devoted husband and father to 3 African American boys. He authored and published 3 books of poetry while working toward his computer engineering degree at Sac State. Most importantly, he is a Black man that cares about the well-being and the future of our youth. Please welcome Mr. Sean King.
So, you guys have used technology, in ways that previously we didn't understand. And when technology first came out, we didn't even know that it had that kind of value. You guys are innovators. I don't know if you know that, but you are. You guys are innovators. The only other thing I would tell you, so one thing about Black Lives Matter movement, I would also say your longevity. The movement started officially in 2013 when Trayvon Martin was killed, right? Now, one thing, if you know America, you know this. Today, maybe they're talking Bill Cosby. 2 weeks from now, they won't be talking Bill Cosby anymore. You see what I'm saying? America has an ADHD. America basically just shifts from story to story because that's how to keep you off your game. But now you're talking about a movement that's going into 2016 and getting stronger. And it's not just about police brutality, it's about education. It's about recognizing your power. It's about knowing who you are, knowing that you're descended from kings and queens, essentially, right? And so when I see your energy, when I see your passion, when I see the way that you march, when I was younger, I was involved in marches. I did that too. But the marches had a different energy level. So I was down in Santa Barbara for Thanksgiving, like last year. And there's a march coming down the street. Now, like I said, I've been involved in marches. You can do the King March, every year that happens. But the difference about this march is when it came down the street, now these were young people, and they were cross-cultural, because you guys have also extended the Black Lives Matter movement beyond just Black people. You're making other people understand what's going on. But when it came walking down the streets rattled. The streets were shaking because of the energy, the ferocity of what it was that they were conveying. They were young people who were proud, who had purpose, who walked like they were children of God, which you are. And so all of those things that I see, give me hope. When I look at you, when I look at the fact that you're here, that gives me hope. And then the one other thing, is when you're younger, there is a lack of awareness, which is a good thing. And I'll tell you why. Because as you get older, you may think about how you didn't succeed in the past and let that be a reason why you don't even try. In you don't have that. So you believe, as you should, that you can achieve anything that you want to. You're not looking back at your failures. You're not even looking back at your parents' failures and saying, you couldn't do it, so I can't do it. You're looking at their failures and saying, I can do it, I just have to do it differently than you did it. So you have to put your own twist on it. You have to own it. And so when I look at, the young people in here, and the young people out there, in the Black Lives Matter movement, all I see is a bright future. I see, people that encourage me and inspire me to continue pushing for justice and equality for all people.
Mr. Kenneth Watkins. Mr. Kenneth Watkins is a counselor at Sheldon High School. He has a PPS credential in child welfare and attendance and in social work from UC Berkeley, and also a PPS from Sac State in counseling. Please welcome Mr. Kenneth Hall.
You guys are trying to go to college. Am I right? Now some of you guys want to go to college because y'all want to get away from your parents. That's okay. Your parents are okay with that too. You guys are smiling, but you don't understand they're smiling too. They want you to leave. They love you, but you got to go. You are getting on their nerve. They're just like you say, they get on your nerve. You whisper to your girlfriend, I keep standing and all that stuff. They're saying the same thing. So be unclear. We love y'all, but sometimes we don't like you guys either. But we want you to understand, this is what if you want to get away from us, here's your ticket. Right here. Get your education, get your stuff. We will help you. We'll give you nice luggage. We will send you on your way. But you got to meet us halfway. You see the sign earlier about money? This is your ticket to get money, scholarships. The higher your grades, the higher your stuff, the more scholarship things are available to you. You want to help your parents help you. Go to that school's website. Look at the freshman profile. It's going to tell you what the average GPA is for those students in that particular class before you, or the class that's just coming in now. A lot of students are right now about to get acceptances and not so much acceptances coming up. So you're going to see, for our seniors and juniors, or those who are in high school, you're going to see a lot of happy faces, you're going to see a lot of sad faces. Part of it was preparation. Some people prepare themselves better, and sometimes, if you look at those GPAs, some of them are off the hook. Let's look at one. 4.18, UC Berkeley. That's the average. Let's go to a state school. Pick a state school for me, man. Which one? What's Sacramento State? What does it say? 3.27, Sacramento State. Average, which means there's high and there's low. But 3.27, we're talking about average. Now, this is the nice thing about you guys, I'm going to tell you about for Sac State. Is this thing called geographical location. You guys get priority to go to Sac State because you live in this area. Now, if you apply to any state school other than Sac State, you're on the second tier. That's something that happened a couple of years ago. So you get priority to go to Sac State. If you have a 3.0, a lot of times, unless they've changed it, I don't think they're looking at your test scores. You know, you still need to take the test scores. Because you don't want to put all your eggs in one basket, because you want to make sure you know where you want to go. So start looking at these things. Another thing I hear about what they do, freshman year does count. I don't know if people always told me freshman don't count. English, math, science, freshman year counts in your GPA. My time is limited, I gotta go. I'll be around so you guys have more questions later. Thank you.
Ms. Jasmine Murphy. Ms. Jasmine Murphy has worked in higher education for the past 10 years. Ms. Murphy earned a BA in Communication Studies and an MA in Higher Education Leadership from Sacramento State. Please welcome Ms. Jasmine Murphy.
At Sac State, because you're from Sacramento, we guarantee you admission. I'm going to say that one more time. We guarantee you admission to our university. As long as you meet the minimum requirements, you meet all your deadlines, we have a spot for you at Sac State. Am I saying go to Sac State? Well, kind of, but no. What I'm saying is apply to the university of your dream. Any one of these guys over here that have wonderful sweatshirts, Sac State's my favorite, but they have wonderful sweatshirts from all the schools that they've gone to. Pursue the college of your dream. But don't forget about your local campus. Don't forget to put that application in. Don't forget to have that plan B option. Because like I said, I work with students all the time. I tell them all the things Sac State can do for them. They're like, no, I want to go to HBCU or this or that or whatever. And then something happens and it doesn't work out. They didn't get their financial aid. They didn't get a test score that they needed to get in. For whatever reason, now that number one is not a viable option and they want to come to Sac State. The only thing is, they never applied. So now they're on my phone, on my email, Jazzy, please help me, what can I do to get into Sac State? And I tell them, you're gonna have to reapply next year. So what does that mean for you? That's a whole year out of school when you were fully eligible, fully qualified to go to college. The only thing you didn't do was apply. So I'm telling you that to say, put in an app to Sac State, regardless of where you wanna go.